Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this final thought for the week for this academic year. And the theme for this final week is hope, rather appropriately. Of course, looking back across the year to the start of this year, it would have been fairly difficult to predict what was going to become of 2020. And I'm sure you, like me and many others, will have started out with lots of wonderful plans, things that you were looking forward to, which simply couldn't have happened because of the coronavirus outbreak. It's a strange thing, really. It's one of those things that humans do best, I suppose, is planning. In fact, animal behaviourists tell us that that's one of the things that makes us unique. That we actually make plans, that we look to the future, that we think about what we want to do and where we want to be, and then we do our best to get there. It's one of the things that our animal friends in other species don't do, at least as far as we know. And it links nicely in, I think, with one of our virtues, the virtue of optimism. And of course, the scripture quote that goes with that is from Jeremiah. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. I think it's one of the things that a lot of people have found very frustrating about this particular moment in history is that they've not been able to make plans, to look to the future, to be optimistic. It's felt a little bit like we've been sort of stuck in a tunnel. But slowly and thankfully, we are starting to emerge. And one of the nice things about this particular moment in our history is that for the first time, I think we're all starting to feel like we really appreciate that ability to make plans and to think ahead. So I wondered that now we are able to start tentatively, cautiously beginning to make plans again. What are you looking forward to this summer? What is it that is keeping you going? And I thought it might be nice to perhaps make a list or a spider diagram or a picture diagram, whatever works best for you, of things that you are looking forward to. That could be a holiday, if you're very lucky. It could be meeting up with friends. It could be looking forward to getting back to normality in school. It could be a TV show or a movie or an experience that you're looking forward to having over the coming weeks. Have a think about what kinds of things you are looking forward to. Now, at the end of this week, we're going to be sending out our summer end-of-term service, which is reflecting even more deeply on that theme. So it'd be really good if you've had a chance to have a think about that before you watch the end-of-term service. In the Bible, of course, there are lots and lots of quotations and verses about looking to the future with hope. Here's a couple of my favourites. In Proverbs it says, there is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. And in Hebrews it says, let us hold tightly, without wavering, to the hope we affirm, for God can be trusted to keep his promise. And throughout this coronavirus pandemic, we've seen the sign of hope, the biblical sign of hope, all over the place. The rainbow. I don't know about where you are, but certainly where I live, it's still very present in people's windows. Some people have chalked it onto their driveways. The rainbow, of course, the universal symbol of hope and promise. They are the prize for weathering the storm. They assure us, they remind us that there will be beauty and clarity after times of doubt. So I suppose the thought for this week is this. What is it that you hope for? What is it that you look forward to? And what is it that you can do to bring about that event, that thing that you hope for and look forward to? So, I'll leave you with a thought and a prayer. Here's the thought. Even if we have to look really hard, there are always more reasons to hope than to fear. Dear God, when I stand at the beginning of a new day, bless me with vision to see the best of things to come, wisdom to make good decisions, and most of all, faith that you are walking with me every step of the way. Amen. Have a really lovely week, and we'll be back with you later in the week with the end of term service.